Hello and welcome to my channel. So today I'll make mint and courgette frittata for my lunch. It's a recipe from one of the older books, so I just copied the recipe and put it in my recipe folder, and that one will be free on a plan and should serve 4. So let me just show you the ingredients that I'll be using. So I'll be using a fry light that's free on a plan. Then some mint leaves from a garden, 2 medium-sized potatoes, they are free food, eggs, so I've got 7 eggs. The recipe said 6 large eggs, so I've got about medium size, so I'm using 7, and they're protein rich food. Bit of dry chili flakes, so the recipe says use fresh chili, but I don't use fresh chilies, I just use the dry one. Then it says medium courgette, so I've got medium courgette, that's a speed food, bit of a salt and bit of a pepper. So let me cut the potatoes to cubes and the courgette to a little cubes. So it says about 1 centimeter big cubes. So let me do that and I'll come back to you. So the vegetable is cut, so I'll cube the courgette. Then I'll cube the potatoes and I'll add them to a pan, and in the meantime I'll boil the water, so I'm just going to add the boiling hot water over the potatoes and just sprinkle a bit of a salt on the top. Oops, probably. Well, that will do, so I'll just drain it afterwards anyway. So, and then put the gas on and then cook it for about 6 minutes. So bring it up to the boil and cook it for about 6 minutes. So in the meantime I'm going to get a frying pan that I can put under the grill, and then I'm just going to fry off the courgette. So the potatoes are just coming up to the boil, so I'm just going to turn down a heat a little, and I just turn the gas on underneath the frying pan, and I'm just going to, oh, it's a new one, so I have to shake it and then spray a bit of a fry light on the top. And then once it's all nice and warm, then I'm just going to add the courgette. So the pan is nice and hot now, so I'm just going to add the courgette. And then fry it off for about 4 to 5 minutes, so until it's nicely soft. So while the courgette is cooking, I've just washed my mint leaves here, and I'm just going to slice them up to little slices. So the courgette is now getting nicely brown. The potatoes are nearly done. I'll just prick them with a fork and they're getting soft. So I've got my jug here, I've got my measuring jug, and I'm just gonna crack the eggs in here and give them a little whisk, and I'm just gonna add some mint leaf and a little bit of the chili flakes. I was gonna add a bit more salt and pepper, but because I've used quite a little bit, probably a bit too much salt in my potatoes, so I'm not going to add any more salt to it. I'm just going to add a bit of a ground pepper. So yeah, let me just crack the eggs. So just crack the eggs in here and then give them a really good whisk with this whisking thing. And I got myself half a teaspoon measuring because I don't want to end up having too many chilies in it, so I thought I might as well measure it before I pour it in. So I'm just going to add the mint leaves and half a teaspoon of chili flakes in it and give it a whisk. And I think the potatoes are nearly done, so I'm just going to drain them now. I'm going to turn it down, turn it off actually, and give this one a little stir. And then I'm just going to drain the potatoes and add them to this pan. So the potatoes are in, and I'm just going to stir them in. I'll probably shake them in. Yeah, and then cook them for another minute or two. until they nicely brown, and then in the meantime I'm just going to make the egg mix. So half a teaspoon of chili flakes is going in, and the mint leaves are in now, so I'm just going to give it a good stir and then mix it all in, and I'm just going to ground a bit of a black pepper over it. A little bit of black pepper is in, and I'm just going to stir it in. And the potatoes are nearly nicely cooked as well, so that's been about a minute, so I'm just going to give it one more stir. One more good stir, and then I'm just going to spread it all about, and then I'm just going to pour the egg mixture in it. And now I'm just going to pour the mixture over the potato and the courgette, and then tilt the pan a bit so it gets evenly spreaded, and then I'm just going to cook it for a little bit until the bottom gets set, and then I put it under the grill just to get the top. So now it's been cooking for about 3 minutes, so, and then I can see around the edges it gets nicely cooked, so, and it's starting to smell nice, so I think the bottom is done. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to turn it off and then put it under the grill. So the top gets cooked as well. Lift that up. So yeah, and I'm just going to put that under the grill and then cook it for about another 3 minutes. So now it's been cooking for 3 minutes under the grill, and I think it's done. So let me just take it off, turn the grill off, and then I'm just gonna put it back on a hot, on the cold hob. So I'm just gonna leave it here for a couple of minutes to cool down, and then I'll slice it. What I'll do quarters, because if I do it now it will be delicate and it's gonna break. So I'm just gonna rest it here for about 5 minutes, and then I'll come back to you and I'm gonna serve it. In the meantime, while this was under the grill, I just prepared a salad here. So I just cut up some iceberg lettuce and then tomato. So about half of my, as you can see, half of my plate is a salad, and then the other half will be my frittata. So yeah, so I'll come back to you in 5 minutes. And this is what it looks like once I served it on a plate. So I'm just going to do it aside so you can see it's quite deep against my finger, and that's the quarter of it. Then I've got a quarter more in a pan. So as I said, if you leave it rest for a little bit, then it's cut up nicely. And all I did, I used this spatula, so just made a line between there. So yeah, and then it's easier to lift it up. So, and this one will be my lunch for tomorrow. This is for my husband when he wakes up, and then he can have his meal as well. So this is the meal again. So if you did enjoy it, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see any of my videos, please subscribe, and if you find that useful, let me know in the comment below. And this is all sin free, and what I'll do, as I always do, I'll type in the recipe in a description box below, so next time if you just want to open up the recipe and follow it along. So thank you very much for watching, and have a good day. Bye everyone.